Hey guys, it's your girl Lisa here with Real Movie Lovers. And this week I was planning on talking about the Knight Rider reboot movie that's happening. However, another topic has caught my eye, and I just had to get into there. Prime Video lawsuit alleges they lied to customers who purchased movies. So, apparently, Prime Video has tons of movies and TV shows available for you to rent and to purchase digitally. However, this is false because what you're purchasing isn't the digital copy. You're purchasing the license to watch the media. You don't actually own the media. And this has amounted to a class action lawsuit against Amazon. And this isn't even the first time that Amazon's been in trouble. When they brought out their tier system and they were charging Prime members for ads or to remove ads, they had a lawsuit against them, but the court threw that one out. So this one might work. But since we're on that subject, I am one of the people that was vehemently angry, okay? Because here I am, a Prime user. I have the membership. I purchase it, for Prime shipping and for no ads. And instead of following Netflix's model, where customers who were already paying automatically got moved over to the no ad option, and they created a lesser tier that's less money, where you would pay less, but you have to watch ads. Amazon was like, no, what we're going to do is make our current customers that tier right now. And if you want our ads removed, then you pay more. That lawsuit should have went through, I'll be honest. But a judge threw it out. So here we are today with this class action lawsuit against Amazon. As it should be. As it should be, honestly, because they grimy. The class action lawsuit was filed with the Washington Federal Court because they're saying that Amazon misled customers. They gave them the option to rent digital media or own it. So if you're like, oh, you know what? I think I'm going to like Child's Play. Let me just purchase the whole thing. And you purchase it, you find out that you don't actually own digital version of Child's Play. You only bought the license to watch it when you want, as long as it is available. But once Amazon loses their license to have it on the platform, you lose your access to it. So you never actually purchase the actual thing. Say it with me, people. You will own nothing and be happy. This is literally becoming the model for this decade, this generation, this next rollout, whatever we're in. Amazon thinks they're covering their behinds because apparently there's some very fine print on the confirmation purchase page that says you receive a license to the video and you agree to our terms. And that's supposed to clue people into the fact that they don't actually own the thing that they're purchasing. Now, sadly, this is not even the first time that customers have run into something like this, because back in 2023, the Ubisoft company shut down their game servers for the game The Crew, and people who had purchased the game no longer had access to it. And this happened with Sony too. I think within the same year, they had removed hundreds of TV shows and movies from users' libraries. People who had purchased these items through the PlayStation Play Store. And I guess the licensing arrangements had expired, and they were like, all right, we take it back now. And that within itself was madness. And now Sony's in hot water too, because they have their own $7.9 billion lawsuit filed in the UK against them, which accused them of overcharging their customers and removing digital media that had already been purchased previously. It's kind of a mess. And last year, the UK tribunal, they pushed the lawsuit through. So I haven't been able to see anything on it just yet. So I don't know if anything's been resolved yet, or if it's still, going to take a while for it to get resolved. But that's what's happening on that end. How many of you are old enough to remember Blockbuster Video? And for a little added credit, Hollywood Video. Between this whole issue with digital media being removed and added whenever they feel like it, and episodes of shows being removed and not being available to viewed on streaming services are being altered in any kind of way, people are now turning more so to physical media, which I think is great, but also it might be too late. And I say that because there is this very cool store in the mall close to where I live, where I go to. They have all kind of cool, anime, toys, games, memorabilia, all kind of stuff, DVDs, Blu-rays, cool food, and candy. Like it's a very cool store. If you're not careful, you will drop a lot of money in the store. The other day I was looking for I found a collection, a 4-disc collection of The Mummy, the one with Brendan Fraser. The Mummy Returns, The Mummy something Tomb, and even Scorpion King. And it was a very good deal, so I could not pass it up. However, it was only one left, and the outside of the disc of the case was a little damaged. So I was like, oh, do you have any other copies? So they checked, and they didn't. So I was like, okay, I'll just take this because I don't know when you guys are going to get one in. And that's when she tells me, yeah, because we're getting less and less. So a couple of years ago, they were getting boxes and boxes of DVDs and Blu-rays in shipments. And now they're barely getting half a box every once in a while. So it is slowly dying, which I am sad that I became part of that problem. I, like many others, regret giving up physical media and relying on digital media. Now, it is tempting. It is easier because you don't have to deal with it taking up your space. You don't have to deal with any issues of, let's say, the house gets flooded and your physical media gets ruined. But you have the version that was intended to you. No one can come in and alter what you bought. No one can remove the commentary that you have. I mean, as a matter of fact, the fact there is extra deleted scenes, bonus scenes, and commentary. Like, it bothered me when I realized that, on the streaming services where you watch a movie, they don't include the bonus features. They don't include the option. There should be an option to watch the bonus features. If I watch Man of Steel and I would like to check out, Zack Snyder's commentary or something, or a deleted scene, I should be able to.
And then all the way up to like a nuclear weapon, ? I was like, I don't know. Will an ICBM kill him? I don't know. Maybe.
Things that are created within the time period that they were created in. So understanding where we were as a society, as a culture at this point in time, helps us to realize how far we've come, or how far we need to go, or the growth that we've had. So I said that to say, I don't agree with them removing content because they're concerned that it doesn't vibe with the times. If somebody's sitting down to watch, what's a good show? Married with Children, or All in the Family, chances are they know what they're getting into. And they understand it's a product of a specific time in that time period. And what is the intent of the creators of that show initially? Context is very important, even though nobody seems to understand it anymore. Since 2020, Amazon has argued that the use of the word buy for digital content is not deceptive because consumers understand that purchases are subject to licensing. Do they? Because that's not the vibe that I'm getting based on the class action lawsuit that's been brought against you. Just saying. In California, they've got a law that prohibits the use of the word purchase for a digital product unless you're getting unrestricted ownership of the product. No fine print, no hidden language. You own it outright. So what's the conclusion, ladies and gentlemen? I conclude that we need to resurrect physical media. I'm not saying do away with streaming, because there are some titles that I'm okay watching the one time and not owning. I've got a list of titles I never need to see again. Personally, I never need to see Splice again. Somewhere out there is a fan who loves Splice. That fan is not me. But I have started collecting physical media again. And if that means I have to dedicate an entire room to movies, I am willing to make that sacrifice. Because when I sit down to watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine, I want to watch it when I want to watch it. Not because it happens to be available here for these next 6 months licensed. No, I need to watch it when I'm ready to watch it. And the bonus material as well. It's mine. All right. Let me know how you guys feeling about this. Are you avid purchasers? Are you avid purchasers? Do y'all buy digital media? And are you concerned with this new revelation? Or did you kind of already know that purchasing digital media doesn't mean you actually own it? And does this mean that you are ready to dive more into physical media? I feel like a hybrid is good. The movies that you want to watch over and over again, that you love and you go back to, those are the ones you want to own. The ones that are like one-offs, like, I don't need to own Fast and the Furious. I can watch that on streaming. I'm okay. Streaming. So let me know. And let's talk about it in the comments. Thank you guys so much for checking out this video. I know that you could have been literally doing anything else, so I appreciate you taking the time to hang out with me. And if you enjoyed yourself, please feel free to hit that like button. If you kind of feeling my channel a little bit, like what's going on here, I would love for you to subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you can always be up to date on what's going on. I want to give a huge shout out to my top tier Patreon members, Bankurt and Dhamma. Thank you guys so much for all your support. I appreciate you guys. And if you guys are looking to join me and check out my Patreon, head on over to NXG Global Productions and be a part. And you can hit me up on TikTok and Instagram. Links are in the description. I will check you guys in the next video. Bye.